Back in Week 5, the Seahawks won their NFC West matchup against the Rams. Today, Seattle looks for its first sweep of LA since 2013, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis as all. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Rams taking the field, ready for their first offensive series, and led out by their new starter for 2021 in his now 13th season in the National Football League, Matthew Stafford. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline and they don't get the yards after the catch.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 13 carries, 107 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they're going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
From the 39, Stafford. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
From the red zone now, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now first and 10 at their own 24. Play action. Now Wilson. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And all the way in. Touchdown Seattle. O.J. Howard. 76 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for two here. Wilson going to throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for two, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Oh, good move. How did he stay on his feet? And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Stafford looks to throw again. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. They'll look to throw. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On 2nd and 2, Stafford. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara pushing through the contact. Room here to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. now. This is Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 4. Now it's Stafford. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gay knocks this one through. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the 2nd. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 83 yards. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually had 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. That's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Stafford now to throw. That'll be caught by Kupp. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. Throwing again is Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
We got this. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 18. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go play action with Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for 2 late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Back to throw, Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. A give. This is Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Stafford. They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown, Rams! Alvin Kamara with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And here's Kamara on the read option. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good for an LA Rams.
On the ground, Kamara shoves him aside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
That's good for an LA Rams. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Kamara. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Touchdown! Tyler Higbee. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. They will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Taking it about the 1.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
To throw is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Equanimous St. Brown. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Wilson going to throw for it. Flush to his right. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
50.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Now Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. 27 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. They'll look to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost drops the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
6 yards. It's second down.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Equanimous St. Brown. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now left side on the swing pass. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Here's Stafford. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him?
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Darrell Taylor in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on second and long. Stafford. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.